This is an ABC News special, The Mueller Report. Here now, George Stephanopoulos.
Good morning. We're coming back on the air again because it's 11 o'clock in the East, the time that William Barr, the Attorney General of the United States, said that the Mueller report would be sent to Congress. It will be released to the public shortly thereafter, at which point we are going to share those results with you, share Robert Mueller's words with you. We have already heard from the Attorney General this morning, extraordinary press conference at 9:30 this morning, where he laid out, again, his conclusions on what Robert Mueller has found, emphasizing that William Barr, the Attorney General, that Robert Mueller, he says, found no evidence that there was an illegal conspiracy, could not establish an illegal conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia. And Barr's conclusion, where he did say there were disagreements over the law with Robert Mueller, that the president did not obstruct justice. I want to bring in our chief White House correspondent, John Karl. They're in Washington with our team prepared to read through the entire report. We also know, John, from William Barr and others, that the president's team had briefings on this report over the last couple of days.
We have learned that the president's legal team was briefed twice this week, given a chance to read the entire report. But we also heard that there was no attempt by the president's legal team or by the White House to redact any of the material based on executive privilege. And that is significant, George, because through the course of this investigation, Robert Mueller interviewed many of the president's closest advisors, including his White House counsel, former White House counsel Don McGahn. And what Barr said is that this report, although Barr himself has made a conclusion that we've already known about, that he doesn't believe the president was guilty of obstruction of justice. And John, this report's yes.
The report has been posted. The report has been posted publicly. So we're going to now try to go to the report itself. We're going to do this deliberately. We're going to take our time. We're going to make sure you all understand exactly what Robert Mueller wrote. And I want to begin with quotes, and I'm going to bring in our team on this from the obstruction of justice section. One of the things that Robert Mueller wrote is that several features of the conduct we investigated distinguish it from typical obstruction of justice cases. First of all, he said the investigation concerns the president's, and some of his actions, such as the firing of the FBI director, involves facially lawful acts within his Article II authority, which raises constitutional issues. But he also points out that the president, as the head of the executive branch, has unique and powerful means to influence official proceedings, subordinate officers, and potential witnesses, all of which is relevant to potential obstruction of justice analysis. And then the third point he brings out is that the evidence did not establish that the president was involved in an underlying crime related to Russian election interference. Although the obstruction statutes do not require proof of such a crime, he continues, the absence of the evidence affects the analysis of the president's intent and requires consideration of other possible motives for his conduct. Bottom line conclusion, though, also from Robert Mueller, and this is a direct quote from Robert Mueller: if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Based on the facts and the applicable legal standards, we are unable to reach that judgment. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. But I want to put up on the screen one more time. There is one clear disagreement between William Barr and Robert Mueller, and this is that sentence where Robert Mueller wrote, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Based on the facts and the applicable legal standards, we are unable to reach that judgment. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. William Barr said he did not obstruct justice. Robert Mueller said we couldn't reach that judgment.
Absolutely. And in fact, George, Robert Mueller outlines here reasons, and we're still going through this, but reasons that there are significant concerns about the president's actions that would suggest possible obstruction of justice. So he is emphatic. He could not clear the president of this. He did not exonerate the president on the question of obstruction of justice. In fact, he found chapter and verse cases that raise serious concerns and questions about whether or not the president, in fact, obstructed justice.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.